We found this video of Milton Friedman, who of course is the famed libertarian economist, who once, by the way, was on the front page of the New York Times with me, picture of him, he has already passed away. It was a picture of him, me, Jordan Peterson, Ben Shapiro, I think Stephen Crowder was on there, a couple other people as the leaders of the alt-right. That was the front page of the New York Times. Anyway, he was just an economist, a libertarian economist. He liked small government, he liked low taxes, he didn't like government interference in people's relationships with each other and all of those things. Well, he went on Phil Donahue's show, this has got to be early 80s, and basically laid out a beautiful case for exactly what we should be fighting for right now. Freedom, and for democracy and our ability to exchange goods and ideas with other people without government interference. It's just so beautiful. Just take a look.
When you see the greed and the concentration of power within, did you ever have a moment of doubt about capitalism and whether greed's a good idea to run on?
Well, first of all, tell me, is there some society you know that doesn't run on greed? You think Russia doesn't run on greed? You think China doesn't run on greed? What is greed? Of course, none of us are greedy. It's only the other fellow who's greedy. The world runs on individuals pursuing their separate interests. The great achievements of civilization have not come from government bureaus. Einstein didn't construct his theory under order from a bureaucrat. Henry Ford didn't revolutionize the automobile industry that way.
But it seems to reward not virtue as much as ability to manipulate the system.
And what does reward virtue? You think a communist commissar rewards virtue? You think a Hitler rewards virtue? You think, excuse me, if you'll pardon me, do you think American presidents reward virtue? Do they choose their appointees on the basis of the virtue of the people appointed or on the basis of their political clout? Is it really true that political self-interest is nobler somehow than economic self-interest? You know, I think you're taking a lot of things for granted. And just tell me where in the world you find these angels who are going to organize society for us. Well, I don't even trust you to do that.
Isn't that beautiful? And I liked Phil Donahue. My mom used to always watch Donahue when I was at school. I'd come home and I think Donahue was on at 4 o'clock. I would watch Donahue with my mom. He was a perfectly fine host, but it's nice when you see someone sort of put in their place. And Milton Friedman, again, all he was basically a libertarian economist who liked free markets and governments out of the way. But this reflexive argument of somehow capitalism and our ability to be free and make decisions for ourselves is so deeply connected to greed. I believe there was a Gordon Gekko guy who once said that greed is good, that we should all go out there and do what is best for ourselves. And if you do that within the idea that when you do what's best for you, you start doing what's best for your family and your community. You don't destroy everything around you. Are there going to be bad actors within that? Are there going to be genuinely greedy people who will act unethically and all those things? Yes, but if you think that just giving the government the power to tell you what to do is somehow going to be better than you doing it for yourself, well, then I think you should probably watch a little more Milton Friedman or read a book by another alt-right maniac, Thomas Sowell. That might be good too.